Hey, Michael here. So this is the Honor 70. This is the only phone that's getting a global release from the Honor 70 series this year. There is also the Pro device and the Pro Plus, but they're only being sold in mainland China. So if you want the latest from Honor, then this is it. This is a mid-ranger costing around 500 euros for the base model in Europe. It has full GMS and Google support and does share some of the main hardware, including the main camera parts from the more expensive Pro and Pro Plus models, which is cool. You also get a nice unboxing experience for this price point. You get the phone itself, a free plastic transparent case, the 66-watt fast charger, and a clean white USB-C to USB-A cable. And it's funny, with the recent hype around the Nothing Phone 1, this costs around 100 euros more with the same processor, but better cameras and faster charging. But the first thing I want to discuss is aesthetic, because I actually think this is one of the best phone designs this year. It is definitely an evolution from previous Honor designs, but it's really come together this year. This thing looks so clean with the frosted glass finish on the back panel. I have this kind of emerald green color that looks really classy. And there are some other color options that change the mood of this phone quite considerably, but this is the one I'd personally go for. You have a slightly shiny frame around the edges, and these two circular camera cutouts look great. It has a very luxurious, clean feel to it. It also feels remarkably thin and easy to hold. It's quite light at 178 grams, and the curved screen melting into the frame really just completes the look. I think it looks really smart, and I also feel that most people picking this up for the first time would think the price is a lot higher than it actually is, which is definitely a big compliment for a mid-range device. So, cameras. This year we have a 50 megapixel Sony IMX800 sensor, which is the same as those higher end Pro and Pro Plus models, a 50 megapixel ultra wide, and amazingly Honor have ditched the 2 megapixel macro lens for a 2 megapixel depth sensor, but overall it's an improvement. Shots from the main shooter come out with plenty of contrast and clarity. I would say the quality is a little bit better than the average mid-range device, although I've never been a massive fan of Honor's color science in general, but that's a small thing that can be adjusted in post. One thing I would say is that there is no optical image stabilization, so some shots might not be as razor sharp as you would hope. The ultra-wide is much improved from last year. Having those extra megapixels does help a lot, but there can be quite a bit of warping around the edges sometimes, but overall it's solid. Night mode also works well, although it does take quite a long time to take the shot. It has nice colors and sort of goes for this sharp HDR look. So there is also a new video mode that Honor have been showing off in their marketing material called Solo Cut, which is basically this software trick that can apply motion tracking to multiple faces, and you can click to choose a single person in a group and keep them focused so they have their own separate video recorded of them within a video. It works well, and this is part of Honor's effort to market these devices as vlogging machines, but if I'm honest, I think this is a bit of a gimmick. So the rest of the phone. Powering everything is the Snapdragon 778G Plus, which brings around a 4% increase in single core performance and 7% GPU improvement from the standard chip. I wouldn't call this a gaming phone, but it will be able to play at reasonably high graphics, and you can select the top frame rates in the menus, which is a good sign. It is quite a thin phone, so when you're gaming I did notice the pressure of those corners digging into my hands felt slightly uncomfortable. The device stayed at a cool temperature, although did warm up during Genshin Impact, which played on medium settings. So don't expect crazy high-end performance from this device, but it will certainly be enough for casual gamers out there. It also comes with 8 GB of RAM, which seems to be good enough for everyday use, moving around, opening and switching between apps. The phone feels pretty fast in general. Loading times are short, animations feel snappy, and this device just gives off a nice feel when you use it. You have that nice design and it's aesthetically pleasing, and even though it's a large phone, it feels nice and compact almost. We have a 6.67 inch curved OLED display with an impressive screen to body ratio of 93.2%, and having that much screen real estate really does make this device feel special at this price point. So if you are a fan of curved screens, then I would really recommend taking a look at this device. Now the screen itself is a 1080p OLED with HDR10+, 1 billion colors, and comes with Honor's special PWM dimming technology to protect you from eye strain. It's also 120Hz with a 300Hz touch sampling rate, and you can set it to dynamic if you want that balance between performance and battery saving. Now talking of battery life, we have a 4700 mAh battery which will get you to the end of the day and nothing more. But if you want to charge it up again, we do have that fast charger that comes free in the box that will get you to 60% in around 20 minutes, which is pretty good. Okay, so one thing I don't like about this phone is the fingerprint sensor. It's an under display optical sensor that I feel like is the same one they've been using since Honor was part of Huawei. It's small, it's cramped, it's not fast to register your fingerprint or just to use in general, and I wish they would upgrade it across their entire range of phones. Luckily, you do get 2D face unlock, which works really fast, and that's what I prefer to use. Okay, so there is also no IP68 dust and water rating on this phone, which is something to look out for if you're slightly clumsy. Also, no wireless charging on this device, so if you've invested in some charging pads in the last few years, then you ain't gonna be using them with this. The selfie camera is 32 megapixels and is solid. On the software side, we have Magic UI 6 on top of Android 12. There's been no special updates recently with Honor's software. The new UI widgets look quite nice and smart on the home screen, and there are your standard customization options, but apart from that, there is nothing that really stands out. So, would I recommend this phone? Yes, I would. It has a fantastic premium design and build, solid camera credentials, and enough performance to see you through everyday tasks and gaming. And with that curved OLED display and fast charger included in the box, the Honor 70 is a very compelling package. And if you'd be interested in something just 100 euros more expensive, then click on the video on the left to watch my OnePlus 10T review, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss another upload. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.